Hey, it's Jillian. Let's take a look at shifting right and left. Okay. There we go. So let's take a look at, we don't need all of this, way too much. Just -2 to +2 for y equals x squared. We already know what this is. 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Plot the points. 0. Let make some scaling. There's a 1. There's a 1. Over 1 up 1. Over 1 up 3. Over 1 up 1. Over 1 up 3. I'm making really big points just so that you can see them because this grid is a bit dark. And that's, of course, y equals x squared. Now, when we plot these points, when we make this table of values, I want to start with where y equals 0. So let's think, what do I need to plug in for x to make this 0? 2, of course. 2 minus 2 is 0. So, and then 0 squared is 0. So when x is 2, y is 0. So from there, I'm going to do 2 this way and 2 this way, and the rest we really don't need. So here from 0, let's see 3. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. And then 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 squared is 4. And then 1 minus 2 is -1, -1 squared is 1. 0 minus 2 is -2, -2 squared is 4. Okay, so forget all of that, we don't need it. So let's go to the point +2, 1, 2. And as you can see, it's the same pattern. So it's over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3. X minus 2 all squared, that's how we say it, all squared. Because if you say x minus 2 squared, that's, which is not the same as this, of course, at all. So let's not do that. Right? This, I didn't realize I was off camera. Hang on a sec, guys, so you can see this. X minus 2 all squared is not the same as x minus 2 squared, because that's x minus 4. Those are two different things. Okay, let's go try this one now. What makes this bracket 0? What does x need to be to make that bracket 0? Yep, -3. -3 plus 3 is 0. So we've got 0 here. Then we've got -2 plus 3 is 1 squared. And of course, you do the work and you find out it ends up being exactly the same. And when we go to plot it at -3 is our 0, 1, 2, 3. And then over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3. And that curve is y equals x plus 3 all squared. Okay, so basically what we want you to see from this is that this number, the number that you plug in here that makes this 0, is going to tell you where you're moving your original curve, y equals x squared. So this tells you I'm going to take my curve y equals x squared and I'm going to move it 3 to the left because -3 is that way. Here this says to you 2 makes this 0. So I'm going to take my curve y equals x squared and I'm going to move it 2 that way, positive. Another way of looking at it is whatever this says, do the opposite. So if it says +3, go 3 that way. If it says -2, go 2 in the positive direction. Okay? So let's try a couple of those here. I think this graph paper is better. It's easier for you to see. So I'm going to start with 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, or over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3 for my points of y equals x squared. I'm just going to graph it really lightly. And when I have negative 5 here, that means I'm moving 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from there, over 1 up 1, over 1 up 1, 2, 3, over 1 up 1, over 1 up 1, 2, 3. Because the number in front of the x is a 1. And we know, we talked about this, that when the number in front of x is a 1, we go over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3. When the number in front of the x is a 2, we do that. So back over here, we've got this graph, of course, and this is the value 5. This one, we can plug in some points, or we know we just do the opposite, 2 that way. So 1, 2, over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, over 1 up 1, over 1 up 3, and we connect the dots, and we have that graph there. Okay, so that's how you do that.